Hello everybody, it's Sephiroth4 for another weekly update. So, a few things today. First of all, we have videos this week. Surprise! Videos this week should be normal. Mother 3, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to be starting Chapter 4 tomorrow, so that's exciting. In terms of the VODs that are going up on Wednesday and Saturday, last week I finished up the 4-Job Fiesta VODs. This week I'm going to finish up the Cthulhu Saves Christmas VODs, which we finished that game on stream last week. And once that's done, I'm going to move on to Tales of Vesperia. There's like a hair or something on my camera. Get out of there. Get out of there. So once that's done, I'm going to move on to Tales of Vesperia. I think I'm going to continue the schedule that I'm doing of uploading 2 a day of each of the upload days. It's going to be 4 1-hour chunks a week. And I know that's a lot to keep up with, but most people don't watch it anyway. And if you do watch it, then you could just watch it at 2 times speed. That's probably the best course of action for you. So it's technically an hour each day of video. I talk slow enough that at 2 times speed I'm still watchable. But I'm gonna do that just so that we can start getting through it, because there's gonna be a lot of episodes of Vesperia in total, and we're not that far into it in terms of uploads. So this will just help facilitate everything to try to actually get it uploaded on my channel maybe before April or something. I have a feeling that Mother 3 is going to finish before I finish putting up Vesperia, but we'll see. That being said, well, actually no, because I'm putting up 4 hours a week of VOD footage. And I think we were on episode, I don't know, 17 or something. We were like 10, 15 episodes in, and my file was 46 hours or something. I don't know. So, I don't know, maybe it will finish within the next month or 2. And then I can put up Kingdom Hearts 2 as well, just to get VODs completely up on my channel. We'll see, though. That's also, dependent on me having time, me, actually doing it. But streams this week, since we finished Cthulhu Save Christmas and we finished Kingdom Hearts, when we finished Tales of Vesperia, I don't have a game currently that I want to stream that I can think of. I'm not doing Kingdom Hearts 3 right away. I'm not doing Birth by Sleep right away. I think the next game that I would stream would be Birth by Sleep. I don't think I would go straight to 3, because Birth by Sleep apparently is good and very plot relevant. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be streaming that this month or maybe even next month. We'll see, though. But I have no idea what I want to or should stream. I have a few things that I'm thinking about. I wanted to do either some sort of Let's Play or stream Let's Play of the game Gris, because I've heard that it's amazing and it looks amazing. I want to do more art streams, which Tuesday, I believe, is going to be an art stream, so look forward to that. Because I have stuff that I want to do. I'll show you when we get there, but I have stuff that I want to work on, not just Patreon stuff I want to work on. I have a very big project. But we also have what else do we have? Yeah, I don't know. There's I got everything done that I wanted to do last year. So the beginning of this year is kind of empty in terms of content. Mother 3 is the last of the 4 games that I promised back in April. So once that's done, I have no idea what I want to Let's Play. Vesperia took almost a whole year. Kingdom Hearts was half the year in streaming. So I didn't want to plan anything because then I would start getting restless with the games that I had, and it's not good when you start getting restless with the game you're currently playing because then you just stop playing it. Also, like, I don't want to get into something huge because coming in March, there's way too many video games coming out in March of this year. We'll talk about another one that they added. But, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, Mother 3 and stuff this week. Everyone seems to be catching the cold or the mag flu or something. Like, half my town has it. I had a cold last week. It seems to be gone, though, which is great. It didn't hit me as hard as other people. I just went through a lot of tissues. But I didn't, like, get sick off of it, which was really nice. And I don't know, there's not much not much else to talk about. There was a Pokemon Direct last week, but I'm going to talk about that at the end of the video in case people just want to avoid spoilers. You could just tune out the video. I will only talk about that at the end so you won't be missing anything. So let's see. In this past week, people kept posting stuff from MagFest. MagFest ended a week ago. I came home a week ago. How is it a week already? It's not fair. Aye. AGDQ went on this past week, and they raised over $3.1 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation, which is amazing. They had some amazing runs this week. Alright, I have a few pieces of art. Do you remember when I drew stuff? 1 second. I put some of them on my art Twitter, by the way. Art Twitter, you should follow it, because I put, like, other stuff on there. 1 second. The main thing that I worked on this week is something else, but I think I showed you the MagFest pictures last week. So, but yeah, this is, I guess, slightly not safe for work. It doesn't show anything. It's just a person's back. But, I don't know. If you're a young child, don't look. But yeah, I just wanted to do, like, a study of... 1 sec, I gotta... Manual focus! I wanted to do, like, a study of the back. I kind of tried to make it... is based on a real person. I kind of want to make it look kind of like Tifa. Didn't work out too well, but I like how the basic shape is, the pose and everything, and the shading. But yeah, so that's that. I'm fuzzy again. Let's see. There's a great meme going around with, like, an Uno card that says, like, blank or draw 25, and a picture of a guy just with, like, a full deck of Uno cards in his hand. So it's like, draw a background or draw 25 cards, or, like, actually talk to your friends for once or draw 25. It's great. That's the new meme of the day. Oh, right. So on the day of the Pokemon Direct was breakfast stream, and Stephen George was doing breakfast stream, and he said... it's like, yeah, imagine, like, the Pokemon Direct was just, like, a black screen, and it's just a picture of Doduo while they play Banana Phone for 20 minutes. Like, that's the whole thing. And he also mentioned that he thinks that they should add Tom Nook to the game. So I did a video, and I put it on Twitter, and everyone loved it. It was just the song Banana Phone, with a Doduo on a black background as it slowly zoomed in on Doduo, and Tom Nook slowly came, like, into focus on the screen. And he loved it. So I think I'm kind of getting what Steven's humor style is. Because once I can do that, then I can start making funny things for people. He has a very bizarre sense of humor, and you could see that with a lot of his weird artsy vlogs. He has a very bizarre sense of humor. And it's very fun to try to imagine not just, like, what you find funny, but, like, okay, how would, so-and-so find this funny? Like, how can I adapt my humor into that to make them laugh at something? But yeah, it's a psychology thing. Let's see. So there's a lot of talk about the thing, the Pokemon, and more Pokemon, and lots of Pokemon. I got a $100 scotch on Thursday that tasted as good as it cost, which was good. I mean, there's obviously a lot more expensive scotch, but it was on sale. It was more money than that, but I got it for $100 and it tastes amazing. Um, Candles. Good times. Don't ignore me. Yeah, there was a night, the 10th, which was what, Thursday night, Friday morning. Yeah. Um, I woke up at like 2 a.m. and there's just light streaming in through my window, and I'm like, it's 2 a.m. What the heck? And I look outside, and like it's not cloudy because I can see the moon is just there, like full moon size. But it's like misty or something. So all the light that's being reflected off the moon, and the moon is really bright. All light that's reflected off the moon is just going into the sky and just staying there. Like the entire sky is bright. It looked like it was like early morning or something levels of brightness, which was nuts. I woke up. I'm like, oh my god, did I wake up at dawn again? And no, it was 2 a.m. But like, it was crazy. It's very hard to capture it on camera because it was nighttime, but it was like super bright. I put a picture on Twitter. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Mother 3. I'm very happy with that. Let's see. Anything else interesting aside from the art? There was a Pokemon questiony thingy. And okay, so that was pretty much it outside the Pokemon stuff. So before I talk about the Direct, the thing that I am proud of from this past week was so I have this project I'm working on. It started with Kazumi, which it's Kazumi's up there in the corner up there. So that was like a Patreon thing, and I wanted to draw her in like more of a painted style. Kazumi is the new playable character in Persona 5 Royal, which is coming out in March, one of the March games. So I drew that, and I said to myself, maybe I should just like do the other Persona characters too, because I haven't really drawn them. So I started like doing sketches of characters. So I have sketches. I have a sketch of Yusuke. I have line work for Haru, and I had line work for Ryuji. So this past week I was like, hey, maybe I should like start working on them because March is coming up. Even if I do one of them a week, which is going to be impossible for me because that's way too much work, it's not going to be done before the game comes out, which kind of stinks. I started all of these back in like August, and then life got in the way. But I finished up Ryuji last week. I worked on him like a little bit each day, like a few hours, and then last night I stayed up till like 2:30 a.m. But I finished Ryuji, and he came out amazingly. One second. It's probably too bright. Yeah, it's too bright for this. I don't know. You can't really. This used to work a lot better. One sec. Let's put it on auto and see for some reason. Okay, don't. Let's see if auto, corrects it, but it doesn't. Because I know the auto brightness on this camera doesn't seem to be working as well as the previous camera. The previous camera that I used. If I do it like regular brightness, then I don't know. Maybe it will look better. And then, yeah, okay, that's a little better. I just have to lower the brightness on my camera. And of course you can see the reflection of my window back there, but yeah, so I worked on this. That's all like painting that I had to do. You can see this on Twitter. It's a lot better, but like it started off with the line work, and then colors, and then I took each separate section and I painted over it to make that. So it was a lot of work. Each little tiny detail. I'm not gonna say that it's the most work that I put. No, let's unfuzz myself. I'm not gonna say that it's the most work that I put on a piece of art, because back in the day when I had my Samsung tablet, before I used the Wacom tablet, I that took a very long time because it's more primitive to draw on, and some of the pieces that I did on there took like 20 hours total, 26 hours total. So this was only, let's say only about 16 hours from start to finish, including like the sketching process and stuff. So yeah, it's not my most involved work, but I feel like it and that Yuffie picture that I did, this one, also the Kyoko over here, are like my 3 most technically proficient pieces of art. The Kyoko one is probably the closest I have in similarity, because they were both like entirely paint, although the Ryuji one here was does have some line work, but I colored it, whereas the Yuffie one, I was like all over the place in terms of how I did it, but I really love how it came out, especially the metal pauldron. But yeah, I want to draw. I don't have time for all this. Like, I could only do a few hours a day, because otherwise I would burn myself out. So like I said, like, okay, today we're doing the hair and his eyes. Today we're doing like the skin and his gloves. Today we're doing the jacket. Oh no. Because the jacket was like his jacket and pants. It's the biggest one there. But I want to do so much more. I want to do, obviously, the rest of the characters, especially like the ones that people care about, because as much as I like Ryuji, like no one else does, people like, the main character, obviously. They like Futaba. They like Yusuke, I guess. That's it. I love Makoto. I love I love Haru and everyone else, and it's just I always seem to start with the characters no one likes, and it's really bad, because then you're like, oh, no one likes this. I put so much time into it. But no. Persona 5, there's still gonna be fans around. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Also means I'm gonna have to draw Morgana at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna make it into a poster. It's gonna be great. But I want to do more Danganronpa. I want to draw, like, there's 2 styles of Danganronpa, and they're both right here. There's Chihiro over here, which is like line work with shading, like cell shading, and then there's Kyoko, which is like entirely painted, which is a completely different look. And I want to do both, but I'm really bad at the Kyoko style one. That was like a fluke. But that's also more authentic to the Danganronpa's like in-game art scenes. Like, not the characters' portraits, which are cel-shaded, but like, when you get to something happening in-game, it's all like painted and everything. So it's a balance. I don't think I can replicate that again. I should have recorded it, and I have no idea how I did it anymore. That's how it goes. I'm like, I'm just going to work on this on and off. Oh, wow, this is great. Oh, no, I didn't record it. How did I do it? Anyway, but yeah, so I need to draw more Danganronpa characters, because that's what people seem to like, and I haven't, like, for a series that's like my 3rd favorite video game series ever, 4th favorite, Final Fantasy, Zelda, Pokemon, Danganronpa. Off the top of my head. I have no idea how accurate that is. But, yeah, I really should draw more stuff in it. But my patrons don't ask me to. No. Patrons are free to ask what they want. Even if it's another Trails character that has too much clothes detail. Why would you do this to me? I'm kidding. I enjoy the challenges. Excuse me. Talking makes my nose run. But yeah, so that's that. If you are remaining unspoiled for the Pokemon Direct, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you. And, yeah, stay awesome. Have a good week, everybody. For those of you who want to hear about Pokemon, give me a second, because I didn't write it down this time. 1 second. You know what I'm just gonna do? I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm not gonna like watch it one for one. I'm just gonna skim through it. But alright, so if you're still here, hello. So a few things with the Pokemon Direct. First of all, it started off with like a teaser thing of like showing a text box in a year. And then the internet went wild. They are remaking Pokemon Blue and Red Rescue Team into Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. What's it called? Rescue Team DX, yeah, which is a combination of the two. So I'm really excited for that. It looks so good. There was a demo that went out on the day of the Direct, and I tried it, and it was good. The art style is like so nice. But yeah, just getting all the nostalgic feels to it. Next, they start talking about Pokemon. So they're like, hey, you like Pokemon Sword and Shield, right? Well, guess what? We got DLC coming for you. And, which is awesome, because that means that they're like, yeah, in the past we did like, third games, but we felt like this time maybe we should just add to the game that we have already. And that's awesome, because all the people that were complaining, you'd crank out the third game too quick, blah, 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 blah. Now they can shut up. And of course they didn't. The same people that like were angry, they're like, this should have been DLC, are saying, how dare you make us pay for DLC for the game? So like, but yeah, they're going to be 2 expansion passes for a total of $30. I thought it was $30 each at first, but no. You just have to pay separately for each game. But the 2 expansion passes are a total of $30, which is half the price of the game, which is great. But they're adding in a ton of new stuff. They're adding in new Galarian forms, like the Slowpoke, which is actually out now, although it doesn't evolve yet. Gigantamaxes of Venusaur and Blastoise. Gigantamaxes for the starter, like this game's starters, and like Inteleon and Rillaboom and Cinderace. Some new like legendary mythical Pokemon, new Reggies, which looked amazing. Let's see, one was like dragon-like, although it kind of looked like Yveltal colors to me, and the other one kind of looked like a Zeriora to me, but it's probably just an electric Reggie. But like Kabufu, like the new areas to explore, like Crown Tundra and whatever the other one's called, Calyrex, which is Celebi type, which looks really weird and got memed to heck. Also, it has upside down Triforces. Everyone's like, oh look, it has the Triforces, Zelda game. No, it doesn't have the Triforce on it. It has upside down Triforces. This is a Majora's Mask reference, you heathens. Also, all the legendaries are coming back. Also, they're adding in like over 200 of the Pokemon, which maybe people will be like, oh, maybe we just have to wait now. And Metagross is back. It's important. Also, Galarian forms of the legendary bird trio, which unbelievably amazing. They made Moltres look cool. So, like, good job there. Oh, yeah. Isle of Armor in the Crown Tundra. That's what it was. And, like, cool stuff happening there. 200 Pokemon. You don't need to pay for the... Excuse me. You don't need to pay for the expansion passes in order to be able to get the Pokemon in your game. That's a free update. You just need to pay to go where it is, but if you want people just like trade you the Pokemon in, that's fine. Also through Pokemon Home. So I like that they didn't lock the Pokemon behind a paywall entirely. You just had to, you know, if you want to play the games, you pay money for it. If you want to play the new content, you pay money for it, which, I mean, they're spending time to make new content. Also, one of them is coming out in June, and the other is coming out in like at the end of the year, which is really nice because that means they're not just throwing it all out at us at once, and like we can, it'll prolong the game's life and it will keep interest up. It's like, oh, new stuff is coming now. Like everyone will be like, oh, excited again, as opposed to just burning themselves out completely and stopping, playing the game after a few days. Let's see. And there's a whole bunch of new customization options. There was, what was it? Some new characters, and I think that was pretty much it. But yeah, it looked really, really cool, and I'm excited for the prospect of Galarian forms of legendaries, because maybe, I don't know, they'll just open the door to like other cool stuff like that. But yeah, I'm excited. I know some people aren't, but that's okay. If you're not excited about it, if you think that they're trying to grab money, I can't convince you otherwise. That's not something I can do. But I think that this is better than getting a third version. The only question that I have is, eventually the Switch is going to be replaced by something, and eventually they're going to shut the Wi-Fi down like they have with the Wii, and the Wii U is dying. I don't know how much functionality the Wii U has in terms of downloading stuff at this point. Which means that if these expansions are DLC, you won't be able to access them in the future. So I'm hoping that once this is all done, they'll make a regular priced game of a complete version. Pokemon Sword and Shield complete version. That's obviously not going to be this year. I doubt it's even going to be next year. But I can see them doing that, or at least make a remake or something. But I hope that, that's the only problem with getting DLC expansions like this, is that if they don't make a physical complete version, then sometime in the future, it's going to be obsolete, or it's going to be inaccessible. So that's my only worry, but that's not a worry that makes any that matters in any recent time frame. But yeah, that's pretty much it. What did you think about the Pokemon Direct? I like the fact that the remake for a Mystery Dungeon remake was the small announcement in the Direct. I think that was a good Direct though. I saw people the people that always like getting angry, but the people that were mixed on Sword and Shield to begin with, I didn't see anybody upset, per se, really upset at this Direct specifically. They're like, oh, this was a good step. Most, I would say 99% of the people I saw were just like, this is a good step. I am pleased with what they're doing. They're adding Pokemon back in. They're not just ditching the game for a new one. You can continue your progress and everything. It's good. So anyway, let me know what you thought. Also, the Mystery Dungeon game is coming out March 6th, which is 3 days after Final Fantasy VII. So, Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being awesome. And the year in review is coming, I promise. I'm recording it today. I just wanted to actually draw Ryuji last week. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.